1965. So rich.
Oh, yes, thank you so much.
Everybody remember this? Yeah. Never got off the ground. Okay. We got another minute. Hello, Reggie. 7 o'clock. I will call to order the June 20th meeting of the Woodstock Town Board, and as it is our business meeting, first order of business is to pledge the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We'll go right into resolutions. Be it resolved to accept the minutes for May 23rd, June 7th, and June 13th.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Be it resolved to accept the town clerk's report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Be it resolved to accept transfers per transfer sheet.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Be it resolved to authorize payments of vouchers totaling $173,312.30.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And 2 abstaining. Be it resolved to hire Kevin Haynes as a 90-day full-time temporary Woodstock police officer at a rate of $28.29 per hour effective July 1st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Whereas the town board accepted the recommendations for approval of the Historical Society building project. And whereas the Historical Society will apply for site plan approval from the Woodstock Planning Board, therefore be it resolved, the Woodstock Town Board appoint the Woodstock Planning Board to complete the site plan review as required by the Como Stewardship Management Plan. Be it further resolved, the Woodstock Planning Board shall notify the Woodstock Land Conservancy and Como Stewardship Advisory Committee so they may participate as required by the management plan.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I've talked to the planning board already, so they understand that's coming down the pike. Be it resolved to accept the resignation of Patricia Vincent from the Woodstock Police Department effective June 11th, 2023. I should say, and be it further resolved to thank Patricia for her service.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Whereas the Woodstock Town Board in the April 11th, 2023 Town Board meeting voted to expend up to $5,000 from the Recreation Capital Reserve .002 for the purchase of soccer goals. And whereas the town clerk posted the required notice in the official town newspaper pursuant to the provisions of Article 7 of the New York State Town Law. And whereas no petition was received requesting a permissive referendum for said expenditures, therefore be it resolved to expend up to $5,000 from the Recreation Capital Reserve .002 for the purchase of soccer goals.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's it. Do we have anyone wishing to speak at public be heard?
I just want to make sure that Jackie doesn't include my vote for the voucher because I was not able to attend this morning.
Got it. Yeah, I put you down as abstaining.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Feel better.
Thank
John?
I just want clarification on this today. This was a mistake that there was a sign committee meeting today. Is that correct?
We had a sign committee meeting
You
today.
did.
We
Okay.
did.
And is it open to the public?
It is on, I don't know if it's on the town website. I don't know whether, yeah. We'll certainly make future ones open to the public.
And how will we find out about when the meetings are happening?
Well, you would look on the town calendar, Melanie, is that okay?
Yeah.
So the next meeting is gonna be July 10th, which is a Monday. July 10th at 11 a.m. will be the next sign meeting.
Where?
It will be on Zoom. If you would like me to send you the meeting notes from today, I'm happy to do that. If you
Thank
write
you.
down, if you write down your ID on there, I'll send you the meeting notes from today.
I can,
Thank you. Because I did try to track this down today and nobody knew anything about it.
Yeah, sorry about that. But if you write your email down, I'll forward you the information.
Thank you.
Oh, I need that piece.
I'm
John,
gonna give it back here. I'm just
thank you.
not standing.
Joe?
Yeah, I just have a question about the dumping
Yeah.
on Church Road. I understand it's been moved.
Mhm.
I'm wondering, and for it to actually, it's been moved but not removed. Is
Mhm.
there any plan of removing it? And is there any plan for water testing? So I could go back to feeling safe about drinking my water and not having to buy bottled water.
So the town has required them to remove all the construction debris, which was the violation. They did take the fill that did not contain construction debris, visible construction debris, that's been moved over to another part of the house. The DEC has weighed in on the testing. However, I can tell you that Michelle, Senator Hinchy and I have a meeting with them in a couple of days. So I might have some more information. I don't want to get your
So
heads
nothing's
up.
been removed, but we're.
Just the construction debris.
Oh, it has been. It's been actually physically taken off.
The chunks of concrete and asphalt and blacktop and wood, anything like that, yes, they hold 5 or 6 loads out of there.
Okay,
So,
and water testing?
so what I'm working on, so you've all heard me say this before, we can't spend public funds on private property. But I have contacted a number of organizations, including the Kathy Nolan's group and Peter Buffett's group, trying to solicit private funds to create a trust and agency account. I was slightly optimistic the other day when going through the American Rescue Plan guidelines. They said that we could use that money for water testing, but it has to be expended in a pretty short period of time. So that's not going to get us.
I understand that since it's been an issue, an ongoing issue with, not stopping them and not stopping them. Now our water is, I mean, this is serious stuff that you guys 3 years ago said, we are going to go through this, we're going to clean it up, we're going to do water testing every so months, and now we can't
Well,
spend money.
in
on it.
fairness, Joe, there was a resolution put forward on that. And I did tell the board that it was not a legal resolution because we could not spend money. So yes,
But it was approved.
But-
That's what I don't.
but again,
understand.
one of the things, Joe, and we can talk about this more.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just for,
But-
this is
but-
serious stuff for us,
I'm your
As you
neighbor.
know.
I'm your neighbor, Joe.
I know.
It is serious stuff for all of
Mhm.
us. And, just to be clear, when the DEC says we see no hazard, nobody can be 100% absolutely convinced unless every grain of dirt and product there was tested, and that's not
And
feasible.
I think that would be.
That's why I think the
more
water testing is a better.
reassuring if we saw what they tested for,
Mhm.
we don't really see what
You
they're
did,
doing, so.
you
They,
did,
I
they
don't-
only
I
did
don't
a
think I
visual
have-
test, Joe. They did not, the DEC only did a visual
but
test.
Quest did,
That's what I
but
thought.
Quest,
I never
no,
saw any kind
whoa,
of.
whoa, whoa.
The
Well,
DEC only did a
Bennett,
visual
excuse me.
test.
The DEC is.
They did not say that the hazard was
Excuse
not
me,
there.
Bennett. The DEC is in, they have the test that was done by Quest, the testing that was done with the results. So they're aware of those testing as well as the water testing,
The
okay?
DEC
But
does
again-
not consider any tests sent to them when they make their determination. When they receive that
Why
test,
don't they go out to test it?
That's a really good question.
Why don't they go test it?
Joe? I have
because
been-
they only
excuse me,
do a
Bennett.
visual test.
That is a really good question. And as far as I'm concerned, the state dropped the ball. They have left me hanging for 4 years dealing with this. The county has not offered any help. The DEC has not offered any help. They haven't offered you any help.
And the
It's
town has
frustrating.
not helped.
Thank you, Bennett.
The town has definitely helped.
It just seems like we've been hanging for so long.
Yeah.
It's just so serious,
Who-
it's it's mind-boggling to me that this is now 3 years and I cannot drink my water. That's pissing me off. And it's because it was let to happen. And that's aggravating.
That's not entirely true, Joe, but
Yeah, it is.
no, it isn't, because we were up there, the building
I have
inspector,
an email that says, yeah, this makes no sense, that we're letting them continue to dump. I mean, it's
but Joe,
whatever.
it's not fair for you to just say, we let it happen, because I was up there dozens of times. The building inspector was up there dozens of times. And until that bank washed out, there was no evidence of construction debris, which was the violation.
Oh,
Bring
no,
it,
there was though. There was.
no, there wasn't.
I'll go back and I'll send you my emails and my text to you
Well,
before the washout.
but there were no clear pictures, because Pam sent me a lot of pictures too. There were no clear pictures, and there was no evidence that the building inspector found. Listen, I went up there the middle of January 2020, around 6 o'clock one night, and met Gina Canigliaro. And there were piles of dirt there, and I said, that looks like construction debris. Now, I had no right to be on that property. I drove in, she asked me to leave, I had to leave. By the time the building inspector got there a day later, it was all covered over. So anyway, Luke?
Hi, so in October of 2020, we had, I believe it was 2 town board meetings that were dedicated solely to this issue. And it was very helpful to have all the neighbors
Mhm.
and, the Vince and his people there. And what we'd really like to see is more of that, to have town board meetings, at least one anyway, sometime in the near future, to be addressed solely to that issue.
Mhm.
Where the neighbors could get involved, anybody from the outside agencies could get involved, various engineers, environmental people, and so on. So that would be great. Now, you said that 5 or 6 loads of stuff has been removed. Do you have paper trail evidence of that, where it went, what the contents were, and things like that?
They are going to be providing that,
Okay, and then the other question is.
as well as there were several loads of topsoil that were brought in to cover over the rocky stuff to grow grass. And he's got to provide, I'm aware that came from Leo Boyce, but he has to provide that as well.
Right.
So he's been asked for that documentation, and the building inspector may have it at this point, I don't know.
Yeah, and we did see the pile. We did see the pile of construction debris. It was separated, it was in a pile, and the pile is now exiting the property.
Is that the settlement that was made in the court? I read the whole transcript. And was the settlement contingent on subsequent testing of the soil to ensure that we could know that the at least with high probability that the soil remaining was clean?
No.
But when I received a copy of the court statement, and what I received, which is, it said what chapter verse of town law was in violation. All it said is violation of this law. It didn't give remediation instructions. It just said violation of this law.
The agreement was that in exchange for their testimony, they would be reduced to only one charge of the code
Well,
number C,
right.
one charge. But there was no, so that's the condition was that they give their testimony. But
Well,
there could have
they-
been other conditions like that they remediate the problem and subject to testing. But what I'm hearing is that there was no
Yeah.
side condition.
They haven't even paid the fine yet, Luke.
Yeah.
So-
Then Vince did help with the situation, and so then he was not charged, and Gina was charged, and Carolus was charged. And it was just being in violation of the one town chapter verse of town law.
One count of that, even though they testified to over 100
Well,
charges.
It was happened in Shandaken. It was a Shandaken court did the finding.
But the Woodstock town lawyer made the settlement.
Mhm. So again, that only went to the amount of fines that they paid. So they each got a fine of $1,500. And they haven't paid that yet. They won't. We'll never see that money. So whether we charge them with 110 or 100. So anyway, thank you, Luke, and thank you for reaching out to me. I look forward to sitting down with you on Thursday. So, anyone else?
Have gotten together the youth center task force because I asked to be on it and I haven't heard anything.
I have not yet, but I'm about to announce them.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
hoping they get an interview. Thank you.
And anyone else? Anyone online? Okay, move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.